Welcome to the October edition of the Tiger Time News. I'm Alana Sane.
And I'm Tiara Hill. Let's get started. Last week was homecoming week. The students enjoyed Pajama Day, Barbie vs. Ken Day, Disney Day, Throwback Day, and as always, Spirit Day. Friday was made extra special with the school holding its Level 5 celebration. The Level 5 celebration included wares from Dr. Smith, student games, a performance by BCHS graduate Caleb Mentor, and Chick-fil-A for lunch. The celebration was capped off by the annual motorcade. The football team defeated Southside 24-21.
The 2023-2024 Who's Who have been voted on by the senior class. Samai Fitzhugh spoke with the winners about this recognition.
How did you feel when you were nominated for Miss BCHS and Mr. BCHS?
I was happy and I was actually shocked because I never win anything.
I wasn't that surprised, but I'm thankful they chose me.
What do you see yourself accomplishing in 5 to 10 years?
In 5 to 10 years, I plan on having my PMHNP, which is a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. I plan on having my own successful practice serving underprivileged citizens in my community.
I'd probably own my own business, but I'm not sure of the nature of the business quite yet.
Who or what inspires you the most?
What inspires me the most is just the hope for a better future, not just for me, but for everyone around me.
My dad inspires me the most.
How do you maintain a positive attitude?
Well, I just follow by God's word to love thy neighbor and to be respectful to one another. And plus, I just like to treat other people how I want to be treated.
I like to make sure that I surround myself by people who lift me up.
Thank you. Why do people always rely on you?
Being reliable is all about being there for others when they need you the most. It means keeping your word, following through on commitments, and being someone others can depend on. I strive to be the kind of person who shows up, keeps their promises, and supports others in both good times and bad.
I think people think I'm reliable because they know I'm always going to be there and I'm always going to do the task to the best of my ability, whether that's in school, in a sport, or even just helping out a friend with a favor. You know I'm going to be there.
What inspired you to be full of school spirit?
Something that inspired me to be full of school spirit is it just brings happiness to the school.
One thing that inspired me to be school spirited was my sister because she won Most School Spirited her senior year and I wanted to be just like her. And I also just really love dressing up and decorating. So, yeah.
Why are you so passionate about playing sports?
Sports have always been a big part of my life, so being the best at it has always driven me.
You know, like she said, sports, I've always played sports since I was little, and it's just something day in, day out, something I've always done, and it's something that's always been close to my heart.
SGA elections were held in September. Lily Pulse interviewed the class presidents.
Trinity Avent, in becoming the new SGA Senior Class President, what changes do you hope to see this 2023-2024 school year?
Okay, the changes that I hope to see this year is BCHS faculties letting the high school be a more student-led high school.
Thank you. Miley Jones, as becoming the new SGA Junior Class President, how do you plan to lead your junior class?
I would like the students at BCHS to be more involved.
What are your plans for prom this year?
My plans are we're going to have a masquerade type theme, and the masks are going to be like at the beginning of the door when you walk in. That's it.
Thank you. London Lindsay, in becoming the new freshman SGA class president, how do you hope to lead your class?
I hope to lead my class in the right path to life because if we involve them more in school activities, they would be willing to come to school more.
Thank you.
Beta Club is preparing to go to the Beta Convention in November. This year, student Emmy Piefer has decided to run for state secretary. Kinley Young and J.C. Watkins spoke to the sponsors, Ms. Anderson and Emmy, about running for this position.
Ms. Anderson, how do you feel about Emmy running for Beta officer?
I'm so excited that Emmy's going to run for a Beta office at the state convention. I think she'll do a great job representing not only the state of Tennessee, but our school and our community.
What do you plan to do to make sure everyone is prepared for Emmy's skit?
We are working with a lot of different teachers here at the school to prepare everything for Emmy's skit, and we're going to hold after-school practices and different things that we need to do to make sure that her skit is the best.
Thank you.
Emmy, compared to running for a beta officer in middle school, how do you feel about competing on a high school level?
Having run in middle school, I feel way more prepared this time and I have more experience than the other candidates.
What is the theme for your skit, and how do you plan to add a sense of creativity to it?
Toy Story is the theme for my campaign. I believe that Toy Story is a very relatable topic for many people, so I feel like that's the creativity aspect of it.
What do you plan to do differently now than you did in middle school?
Well, I plan to win this time.
Thank you.
Fall sports are nearing their end. We spoke to the coaches about the achievements of the season and what lies ahead. With the golf season finished, would you say your players have met your expectations?
Yes, I think the boys had a good year. They finished district champions for the second time in the last 3 years. They were also region runners-up, so which means we're not advancing to state, but we still finished second, which is a good accomplishment for the team. Carson Daniel did win. He shot a 65, which was 13 strokes better than second place, which is a huge accomplishment. 65 is probably a school record, if I'm not mistaken. So he is going to state, and we're looking for a good performance out of him at the state tournament this next week. As far as the girls go, Meredith Whitfield had a good year, and I'm proud of her as well.
Thank you. Carson Daniel, this is your third year going to state. What has been your approach?
Just going to try to go out there and play good, have a good attitude, and just come out, maybe get a win.
With the volleyball team going to regionals, what do you expect?
You know, we're just really happy to be able to go this year. We were looking forward to being able to compete in our district this year. When you make it to this level, obviously the competition's going to be great. We're going to go in with a great mindset and compete, and we'll just go from there.
Thank you.
Coach Williams, as of right now, the football team is currently 4-3. What are your expectations for the rest of this season?
Obviously, we want to go out there and win the 3 remaining games, but as long as we leave everything we have on the field, I'll live with the results.
Upon recent events, your wide receiver Jaden Kessler, who plays both offense and defense, has been injured. What are your next moves to fill in this gap?
We're going to have to fill that role by committee. We have to work the rest of the week trying to figure out people or someone who can fill that role for us and go out there and give it everything they have.
Thank you.
Senior Clay Strope has his final high school baseball season to look forward to in the spring, but he has already decided to continue his playing career at Freed Hardeman. Carson Howell spoke to Clay about his decision.
We're here with Freed Hardeman commit Clay Strope. Clay, how does it feel to be committed to Freed Hardeman?
Feels really good. Really excited going into my freshman year. I think it'll be a good year.
What made Freed Hardeman your choice over all the other colleges?
I really like the coaches, like the baseball facilities. I like their campus. I'm going to be a business major, and I really like the business building.
With that being said, what is your role going into your freshman year?
I'm going to be a two-way my first year, which means I'll be a position player and I'll be pitching.
Thank you, Clay.
You're welcome.
Alana Sane was nominated as the Rotary Student of the Month for September. Morgan Boyle has more.
How does it feel to be Rotary Student of the Month?
It's an honor to be Rotary Student of the Month and to be chosen to come and listen in on the meetings with the officials and to get to know them as well.
All right, thank you, Alana Sane.
You're welcome.
What does it mean being Rotary Student of the Month?
We pick a student every month to bring and have lunch with us and be in our meetings and just learn about Rotary and what we do. And also we take the opportunity to learn about the kids that come and how we can get them involved in our community and get them involved in Rotary.
Why is this important to the community?
Well, Rotary is about service over self, and what we try to do is take the opportunity to show the young people that comes our mission in Rotary and what we can do to get them involved and how maybe once they get out of high school and college they come back and serve their community or they serve the community wherever they are. So we always count it an honor to have a student here and take the opportunity to say good job and keep up the good work.
All right, thank you, May Tizzy.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Volleyball recognized their seniors during senior night recently. This year's seniors are Emma Avent, Tatiana Franklin, Hannah King, Amaya Rhodes, Alana Sane, and Candace Williams. They also recognized one homeschool student, Lydia Sane.
That's all we have for this edition. School is out for fall break next week, and students get the following Monday out for a professional development day for teachers.
Enjoy your break, and as always, go Tigers!